The Prophet ﷺ said, if mankind knew what reward there was in Adhan and in the first row, and they found no other way to get that reward, those hasanat, except by drawing lots, then they would draw lots, meaning they would fight for it. If you knew the reward for the Adhan and praying in that first row, fi as-saff al-awwal, you would fight for it because the reward is so great. What are things you and I would fight for? What are things people would fight for? If they could see it, they would fight for it. If they could see wealth, they would fight for wealth. They would fight for anything that will bring them happiness and success and benefit. And so the Prophet ﷺ is telling us about this, and he continues, and towards the end of the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, and if they knew the reward of the Isha and Fajr prayers in Jama'ah with the congregation, if the people knew about these rewards, then these people would come to offer these two prayers even if they had to come crawling, even if they had to crawl. And this is reported by Imam al-Bukhari. So imagine you have to crawl to the masjid. What would make you crawl to the masjid? Is it Salatul Fajr and Salatul Isha? Is there money that you would crawl for? Some people, when they're told that they would receive like a bunch of gold coins, they would run to the masjid. And if they can't run, they would crawl because they really want this wealth. What would you do for the reward of praying Isha and Fajr in the masjid? There's a reward beyond what we can imagine. Because the Prophet ﷺ is telling us, if you can see it, you would crawl to it. You would crawl on your knees to make it to the masjid so you could pray these prayers. Furthermore, the Prophet ﷺ said, verily the best salah, the best prayer of a person is in his home, except for the fard prayer, except for the obligatory prayer. And this is reported by al-Bukhari. Furthermore, the Prophet ﷺ tells us that the reward for praying with the congregation is 25 or 27 degrees greater than praying alone. Greater than praying alone. There is a huge benefit behind it. Abu Dawood reports that the Prophet ﷺ said, Bashir al-Masha'in, give glad tidings to those who walk in the darkness. Bashir al-Masha'in, to those who walk in the darkness, to the masjid with complete light on the day of resurrection, light that will not be extinguished. This is for praying the Fajr and the Isha prayers in the masjid.